This is how people think. And if they're going to get this up in arms about a shopping cart, then what's going to happen when they're talking about something that actually matters? All right, welcome back to the party, everybody. This is Morty, and I am your host, Fletch, aka the Indian Jesus, here to resurrect the second coming of common sense. How's everybody doing? Hit that like and subscribe, and let's party! So, I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Cart Narcs. That is an organization where they go around to different shopping centers around the world. Really, I don't know how they get so far. And they just kind of patrol. They're a volunteer organization, and they just get people to put their carts back. We know that putting back your shopping cart is the morality test. It is a perfect example of something that you get no benefit for doing the right thing, and you get no punishment for doing the wrong thing. And so those who will put back their shopping carts are inherently more moral than they who don't. Shout out to Melted Mind Media for getting the secret word in the last video. If you would like a shout out in the next video, make sure you wait till the end of this video to get the secret word for this video. Let's do it.
Look, that's how the terrorists win, is when brave men do nothing. Is when
Terrorists in the Target parking lot?
So they're in New Jersey here. They're in New Jersey here, and so he'll see somebody, packing up the car, and the cart's ready to, or they're ready to go. The cart's still there, not back in the cart return where it belongs. And shout out to New Jersey. I promise these people do not represent all of New Jersey.
Look, they had a cart return right over there. It's right on the other side, but it's all the way on the other side. Whip. Your cart's right there. You left your cart blocking the spots.
So he wants to get in there, not be too confrontational. And they're just ignoring.
We'll see. I think she's getting out. I'm with the Cart Narcs. We're a highly trained group of sexy agents who help folks take the cart back when they momentarily think about leaving it out, blocking other people.
Can you do this like 7 days a week?
Good question. I would like to, but I don't.
So this is why these are so interesting to me, because a lot of the times people will make excuses. People just want to be lazy, and those who will not return their shopping carts, they have no reason, but they're not held accountable, so they just don't do it. And so a lot of people will say, "Oh, I don't have the time," but they'll sit there and have the argument. Or I have a disability, where the guy is like, "I just saw you walk from the store with the cart."
But I could be anywhere, anytime. Point being, now we have this cart here, can roll away and hit a car. But you guys are great people who are going to turn. I'm sorry?
I understand. I've been there.
You've had your car hit by a cart?
No,
I've worked like cars. In the cart.
Oh, right. And
so what he's saying is basically one of the main reasons that he does this is because there's a lot of damage that happens to cars in parking lots because of loose carts.
Right. And so, yeah, eventually the cart returners will be out here, certainly. But in the meantime, that cart is loose.
Yeah,
an excuse.
I still being lazy.
No!
At least he's honest. At least he's being honest about the fact that he's being lazy. But again, it takes more effort to have this conversation than it does to just get out of the car and put the cart away. Again, that's why I love this channel, because it's such a perfect look into humanity.
At least you didn't lie about it, though. Yeah. But don't you want to feel better? You know how good you'll feel at home? It's like you always like, oh, I don't want to go to the gym. But when you're done with the gym, you're like, I'm glad I went to the gym.
Some people have
there we go. See, I told you. I can't walk even though you just saw me walk.
Things that you shouldn't ask about.
Have I asked about your health yet?
No, but you don't know if someone is unable or...
That's true.
They need to take advantage of the...
Absolutely correct. But what I've seen so far...
You should talk to people, but not
nicely, like I am so far? Haven't I been sweet?
Got him.
Trying to stop us as we're clearly trying to leave.
I just waved you down. That's all I did.
And again, you can see the excuses going. This is how people think. This is how people think. And if they're going to get this up in arms about a shopping cart, then what's going to happen when they're talking about something that actually matters? And shout out to the Cart Narcs for holding people accountable in this way, because it's something that needs to be done, and it showcases humanity so perfectly.
No, I'm not trying to say that this is a bad thing. I'm not at all.
Thank you. Look at that man. Look what he's doing. Look, he's doing the right thing. Great job, sir.
Maybe approaching it in a different way, where you talk to people about hey, did you know that a lot of carts are left.
That's literally what
Isn't
he
that
did.
what I've done so far?
Yeah. She's saying, well, maybe if you came up to me nicer, then I would do what I'm already supposed to do.
What?
Like, why don't you just do what you're supposed to do because you're supposed to do it? And you go through the first, oh, I'm lazy. And that didn't get him to go away. Oh, I'm a HIPAA violation. But now we're moving to, well, you should have been nicer. And again, this is just a perfect example of how people think they are entitled to everything around them. And even when they're called out, they will dig their heels in and spend all this time and energy trying to come up with excuses instead of just doing what they should have done in the first place.
But you stop putting those down.
Right. I got your attention with my wand, so for safety, make sure you knew who I was and what I was talking about. I feel like I've done what you're asking.
Yup. But
When I see someone approaching me in a parking lot, I think I'm not that way.
That's why I'm very open about who I am. We've got Cart Narcs on our chest. I explained perfectly what we do, right?
No, I understand. But
okay, so
So
then
now that we've had a great talk,
instead of trying to tell people you're a bad person,
I didn't say bad person.
I mean, that's kind of, instead of maybe just
so we see the projection. She knows that only bad people would do something like that, right? I know you guys all put your shopping carts away. But she knows that it's bad. And so now she feels like a bad person, even though he never said anything. All he said was, skiddly wee, that's not where the carts go. The carts are right over there. And then she started giving excuses. Then he said he was lazy. So you're just saying things.
educate people, the statistics of how many cars get hit by carts.
It's not good.
Maybe talk about the actual facts and information rather than
Right.
standing in front of someone's car.
How do you know that he wasn't going to do that? How do you know that he wasn't going to do that? Number one, it doesn't matter. It only takes one car and one cart. So the statistics don't even matter. But notice again, the tactic of going back and well, what's your source? Or it's the same type of mentality. You can tell so much about this woman's politics by this interaction. If you disagree, let me know. Am I wrong about that? If you think I'm right, then you will definitely find a home at the Indian Jesus Discord server where the party never ends. That is right. 24/7, we are in there hanging out. And after every single live stream, we go in there for a panel. You're not stuck behind your keyboard. You're actually on screen with me and everybody else. Come and join us. It is a good time. See you there.
Right, but I gotta wave you down because I can't talk through your window, right? I have to oh, hey, pardon me.
You can talk to people who actually want to come up and talk to you, and you can say, this is what we're here for, instead of...
He did do that.
I'm not quite. So how would you, I'm gonna be fair. How would you do it if you?
See, that's another good tactic on the part of the Cart Narc. I think his name is Sebastian. So she's going on a false premise that you should have done this, 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 and this, when actually that is what he did. But instead of arguing on her terms, then you turn it around and you say, okay, well, what should I have done in this situation? And don't think she's going to have a good answer.
You or me? How would you? If you saw someone leave their
set up information and have
like a booth or something. But lazy bones don't want to come to me. They want to scurry off and be lazy bones.
Exactly.
No, I totally agree that it's a issue. Right there.
Where? Oh yeah, I was just over there picking up carts when I saw you guys. Yeah.
I'm not trying to say, but coming in front of someone's car and waving in front of them to
shame, insults, guilt, and the need to be right. As always, shout out to the late, great Godfather Kevin Samuels. Sign language. Always with the sign language. You are clearly in the wrong. You could just speed off. He's not going to chase you. He's not a cop. But you are so desperate to be right that you're going to sit there and have this silly, silly argument instead of just doing what would make this all go away.
So you would, to be fair, so I should set up a booth, with information.
Us not,
So I would have a booth that said, hey, here's why you should return your.
Then go into Target and be some guy just approached me out of nowhere and.
Not out of nowhere.
Where are you?
I didn't jump from the trees. I waved. I was like, hey, how's it going? And I pointed to the cart.
I'm just saying that
You're just saying nothing.
People are not really open to talking to strangers.
But you've done a great job. You've done, may I say, an excellent job for both of you guys of having a great conversation.
Of course, but we kind of have somewhere we need to be, and like.
Ah, there it is. We kind of have somewhere we need to be. You know what would make this whole thing go away and get out of your way so you could go where you need to be is to take your cart back. But the need to be right is so strong that she has to stand her ground.
What about that cart? Are we gonna get the cart?
I mean,
like, just
Is
do
he?
it. Just do
Yes.
it.
he does not want to.
And I'm saying, be the better person. Dig deep inside your heart and say, you know what? Today I'm gonna pick up after myself. And I.
Doing every other day today. I'm just being crazy.
But we've had like a 5-minute conversation. We could
I
have.
understand, but like it's
I am
funny
on your
because
side.
we're
Yes!
literally-
Oh, I can hear her. Now she's getting indignant. Now she's trying to explain her situation, say, look, I'm just not going to do this. But Cart Narc's not going anywhere. So now the temperature turns up.
Trust
we
me,
do
I'm
this all
on
the
your
time,
side.
and
We
then the
do
one
this-
time that we're like, it's really gross out. My shoes hurt. Like
Your feet
he
hurt?
doesn't want to do.
Did she just say her shoes hurt? And again, just excuses after excuses after excuses. This is what you can expect from people when you're talking about politics, culture, and life. What makes you think that people like this would be any different when it comes to things that actually matter?
This.
He said, I'll give.
One day that you're gonna come up to us and like,
But that's the point of the Cart Narcs. We're like, we could be anywhere, anytime. And we're not forcing.
but, like,
Sorry?
I don't believe in like Crime Stop, and it's like I don't think people should like.
I don't believe in Crime Stoppers. I'm so sure that if you lived in San Francisco, you'd be cheering on all the shoplifting that's going on that's causing chaos in the city, right? Insane.
Go out. That's right. Like
Stop crime?
Like the way that you like came up to our car when we were clearly like I was talking to him, our windows were closed. Like,
Should I have like taken a number and wait for a conversation opportunity?
what I'm saying is maybe people who are open to the information instead of like flagging people about like something, maybe just give people information and have them do what they want.
Like a pamphlet on the windshield, or how? What? Like, I'm honestly asking.
Yeah, no, I'm saying like maybe have some booth idea or like maybe little business cards with information.
He has cards.
Like,
he has stickers, right?
yep.
So you guys can definitely go check the rest of the video out to see how it ends. Sometimes they get out of the car, they get crazy. But I wanted to highlight that because of the perfect example of the intersection between liberal tactics, liberal debate tactics, and modern woman sign language. It is just perfectly encapsulated in that interaction. And the better you're aware of that, the better you are able to move in life. So I hope you enjoyed that, guys. Morty is gone, but I've been your host, Lutch, aka the Indian Jesus, here to resurrect the second coming of common sense. Until, whoa, secret word for you guys. Put the secret word in the comments for a shout out in the next video. The secret word is gonna be sign, like sign language. Put that in the comments for a shout out in the next video. Until then, we are out of here. Peace.